Ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, 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 ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, boom, boom. Here we are, round 2 of 2026. I'm Sam. I thought I'd make a second video. I want to go through what my thoughts are for the future, and I'm going to try to do this professionally. I'd like to keep my private life private and my professional life professional, so I'll try to mention my 5 pillars of life, but I'll try to mention them in a way that keeps things cordial, nice, but not revealing. So, I have a vision for the future, and it's a long-term vision, what I want to do from now till whenever I reach my retirement. I want to first off address my health. I envision a masculine Sam in the next 3 years that eats whatever he wants but exercises regularly, that maintains a regular, well, I guess caloric deficit, but also manages his health wisely. I want to make sure that I'm sleeping well, eating healthy, and that every day I'm doing something active to keep myself going and keep myself focused on that. Next, this year I have a very big target I'd like to hit. My hope would be that I can bring kids to the US. I want them to see the US at this point because I want them to see their future prospects and to assess for themselves where they want to go in the future. I want them to learn English from me, but also learn American culture. And I'm going to focus heavily on that theme, I think, for this year. I'd like to do as much as I can to grow my organization, build a small team slowly, and to reconnect with old friends to ask for their help and assistance in this process, to make this as good of a process as I can make it. In the end, I would love financially to hit some targets, to have a good savings chunk for the year, but we'll see where that lands me. In terms of growth, however, I am hoping to do a podcast, maybe not next week, but maybe the week after, hopefully to share with people what Jining is like. I've been here for a very, very long time, and I've had friends here, and I'm wondering if I can't actually show people what it's really like to be in China, to ask questions that no one's ever asked, and to show it on YouTube. For Chinese people, they're not very receptive of podcasts, and I don't know if this is a podcast so much as it's just going to be me filming on my camera and posting it on YouTube. But my first guest will be a foreign friend who's been here with me just as long, and we're going to go into it and share details and give in-depth understanding of our experiences here. I've started to see them pop up all over the places, but I think this is a good opportunity for me. In terms of relationships, I love my family very much. They're always very supportive of me. However, it is time for me to adult up, and if I want to be in anyone's lives, I have to step up and get working because the clock's ticking. But I'm hoping to set up some big Zoom or Skype calls with people, friends, people I haven't talked with in a while. I want to maintain my regular weekly chats and make sure I'm contacting people to make sure we're in touch. And I want to reach out to old friends to see people and maybe make amends for some of my choices in the past. It's been a very long and enduring experience, but I feel as though if I can do all of these things, I can find myself in a happier position. And finally, emotions. Emotions kind of falls under both categories, relationships and emotions. I have been solo last year. Last year, the focus was working on myself, and I find that for me, that is my weakness. I am not an individual who just kind of chills by himself. I'm more of a friendly type. I try to hang out with people. I try to make friends. I try to communicate outside of my network and try to build my network of people as much as possible. When I'm avoiding that, I don't feel safe or familiar. So this year, I'm going to get back into that groove, try to hang out more with people, try to follow what people are doing, try to be there and supportive for others. But for the most part, I want to make sure that with whatever I decide to do next, everybody gets a chance to see me in a positive light and me progressing instead of regressing. 2026 is going to be filled with a lot of hard work and effort, so I hope that you guys like the video. Watch, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, guys.